To put this in context, it's very, very important. I'm going to replay the Don and Roma clip. It's very short with Representative Jan Schakowsky, Communist Chicago. And then I want you to know who her husband is and why he went to prison. I'll be right back. So Jan Schakowsky, Communist Chicago, a.k.a. a Democrat from Chicago, she was on our affiliate WLS with Don and Roma this morning. I want you to listen to this, then I want to give you some background on this. Listen really carefully. Cut 9, go.
Okay, so let me ask again. Out of every dollar I earn, how much do you think I deserve to keep?
I'm not going to give you a percentage. I
Why?
don't know what your income is, but
Well, what has my income got to do? I'm just asking you how much.
I think you need to pay your fair share in order to do the things that we've decided are national priorities.
So wait, well, hold on. Who's deciding what my fair share
Out
is?
of every dollar that you make, Jan, how much do you deserve to keep?
I pay at a 35% tax rate.
But you don't think that's good enough, do you?
Happy to do it.
But I thought you wanted more than that.
I'm willing to pay more taxes.
How much more?
I'm willing to pay more taxes, and we
50%?
should have that debate about how much.
Well, why don't you?
Higher income.
Is somebody
pay.
stopping you from paying more?
Oh, no
one's
is
stopping
ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. We need to decide on what kind of a system that we have and how much is a fair share for people to pay.
Now, that's what she said today. Now, she was not married to this Mezvinsky guy, so we apologize for that. She was married to a guy named Robert Kramer. Maybe it's Kramer. Who cares? This is the Associated Press from August 31, 2005. The husband of an Illinois congresswoman pleaded guilty Wednesday to tax violations and bank fraud for writing rubber checks and failing to collect withholding tax from an employee. Robert Kramer, a.k.a. felon, a political consultant married to four-term U.S. Representative Jan Schakowsky, a.k.a. Commie, could face 4 years in prison on the 2 felony counts when he's sentenced December 21. Quote, in my heart, I know that these mistakes do not define or diminish this good man, or the good work that he has done over the last 40 years, or that he will do in the future, said Schakowsky, Communist Illinois, after her husband's court hearing. Now, she has not been accused of any wrongdoing. Her husband, prominent political consultant in Chicago, was accused of swindling 9 financial institutions of at least $2.3 million while he ran a public interest group in the 1990s. He told reporters there was no doubt that my actions a decade ago were very foolish, placed myself, my family, the organization, many of those who work with me at considerable risk. The indictment alleged that Kramer, or Mr. Schakowsky, caused a series of insufficiency-funded checks, excuse me, no glasses, insufficiently funded checks and wire transfers to be drawn on accounts he controlled as executive director of the Illinois Public Action Fund. This public action stuff, they're ultra-left-wing nut jobs. According to the indictment, he allegedly then used the inflated balances to pay the group's expenses and his own salary. He pleaded guilty to 1 count each of bank fraud and failure to collect withholding tax. In exchange for his plea, prosecutors dropped several other charges. Now, he went to prison for 5 months. I understand he also put out the word, please, no conjugal visits while I'm in prison. Please! Anyway, and he spent 11 months under house arrest. Please don't send me home. So, Jan Schakowsky believes that you should be paying more in taxes, while her husband was a crook who was looking for ways to rip off the tax man. Isn't this the way? Isn't this the way of Charlie Rangel? Isn't this the way of John Kerry with his yacht in Rhode Island? Isn't this the way of Timmy Geithner? Oh, yes, you and I, we conservatives. So let me ask the question. Let's put on our liberal dunce cap, shall we? Let's try and contort the facts, turn it into a political situation, and pretend that we're a liberal Joan just for a moment, shall we? Yes, we shall. Here's what we would sound like. Oh, Congresswoman Schakowsky, I guess you and your family wanted to dye autistic children their medicine. Oh, yes. I guess you wanted to deny senior citizens their Social Security checks and their Medicare. I guess you didn't want any money to be available to build bridges that are about to fall down. Let the hungry go hungry. Let the poor stay poor. Let the homeless be homeless. That's right, Representative Schakowsky. Your husband was trying to deny money, excuse me, to the federal tax man. He didn't have skin in the game. Same could be said of John Kerry. No, he wasn't accused or charged with a felony, but he's a big liberal, big government tax guy, which is why he put his $7.5 million New Zealand-made non-union yacht and parked it in Rhode Island to avoid the Massachusetts taxes. That's right, he wanted to deny young children, probably minorities in Boston, what they need to survive because he was trying to withhold state taxes from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. How about Charlie Rangel, the man from Harlem? How can we fix these schools? How can we restore them when Charlie Rangel wouldn't pay his taxes? Because Charlie Rangel's against public education, I guess. Oh, I love how this works, don't you? Oh, a bunch of creeps, to be perfectly honest with you. So do as I say, not what I do, and do as I say or else I'll have you punished under federal law. Seems to be the liberal mantra, or should be. All right, let's take some. I wanted to straighten out who this woman really is, to be lecturing you and me about paying our fair share. Oh, this is ridiculous. I pay 35%. Yes, but we give you 100%, you jerk.